Enhance vision. Empower life. Vision Care.
The first consignment of China's Sinopharm vaccine arrived at the Derana International Airport this morning aboard a special Sri Lankan Airlines charter flight. The vaccine consignment, consisting of 600,000 doses, were officially handed over to the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa by the Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka, Chi Zhenhong, during a special event that was held this morning at the Bandaranaike International Airport. Following this, State Minister of Production, Supply and Regulation of Pharmaceuticals, Professor Channajai Sumana, and the Chinese ambassador signed official documents for the acceptance of the consignment. Speaking afterwards, the State Minister said that the consignment was received amidst tremendous opposition from certain parties.
We faced many difficulties during last 2 to 3 weeks to bring this to Sri Lanka due to certain unexpected influences from various parties. However, we overcome all these influences and ultimately make it a success.
The arrival of the vaccines once again implemented the commitment of President Xi, making the Chinese COVID-19 vaccines a global public good, and declare that solidarity is the only right way for international community to defeat the pandemic. Sri Lanka was also the first countries to which China donated vaccines.
Meanwhile, the vaccines, which are held in refrigerated storage at the imported cargo warehouse at the airport, were then transported to the Health Ministry's central vaccine stores. The vaccines will be used to inoculate Chinese nationals residing in Sri Lanka beginning from next Monday. Meanwhile, in the ongoing vaccination program, 9,752 people were immunized against COVID-19 yesterday. With that, total vaccinations as of this morning stood at 913,219. Meanwhile, the director of the Allergy, Immunology and Cell Biology Unit at the University of Sri Jawadarapura, Dr. Chandima Jivandara, says that a vaccine efficacy study carried out on members of the public who have received the first dose of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine has shown antibodies present in 93% of the samples. Despite this, Dr. Jivandara called on the public not to be complacent in following health and safety protocols, as immunity can only be gained after the second dose.
From our unit, we have conducted a vaccine efficacy study, especially with regard to the Oxford AstraZeneca Covishield vaccine. Our vaccine drive started in late February. From the very first day, we have recruited more than 2,000 individuals for this study, where we check for the development of antibodies and the T-cell immunity in those people who received the first dose of vaccine, and we will be following them up over a period of 1 year, and we have completed 1 month from the very first dose, and we have collected blood samples from majority of them. We have found that more than 93% people have developed antibodies, which is very good news, but that does not mean that you will not get the infection, because having antibodies and having immunity are two different concepts. Even though you have antibodies, you may still get the infection, so it's very important that you stick to your basic safety measures to prevent spread the disease. About 900,000 people have received the first dose, and it's very important to complete the entire course for you to get the complete protection, complete immunity.
Meanwhile, the daily COVID-19 caseload stood at 139 yesterday, with 125 cases detected from 17 districts. The highest number has been recorded from the Ratnapura district with 39. From the other districts, 22 infections were reported from Gampaha, 20 from Jaffna, 14 infections from Colombo, 7 from Kurunegala, 4 from Matale, and 3 infections each from Kalutara, Nuwara and Galle. The remaining 10 infections were reported from the 8 remaining districts. Of this number, COVID-19 positive foreign arrivals detected yesterday stood at 14. In terms of today's detections, 156 infected patients have been detected so far. With that, recoveries increased to 89,251 today, after 161 patients left treatment centres upon complete recoveries. This brings active COVID-19 cases in the country to 2,781.
Lever Ayush Karabu Neti Danta Lepaya Shaktimat Datti Palakata